Okay, students, good evening once again. Today, we move to the second category of errors, that is, errors affect the agreement of the trial balance, right? Errors affect the agreement of the trial balance. Putha, last week we discussed the errors which do not affect the agreement of the trial balance, and we recognized how to correct them. This is what I have explained last week. In all those errors, right? Do you see a minimum of 2 accounts have been rectified? Right? Minimum of 2 accounts have been rectified. Okay. Now that is sometimes even in errors affecting the agreement also we have rectified two more accounts, right? But for this, it is a must. You have to use 2 accounts, right, in the ledger to rectify the errors do not affect the agreement of the trial balance. Okay, good. So today we move to the errors, right? The rectification of errors which do not affect the agreement of the trial balance, right? Good. Let's start with this point. If the trial balance does not tally, it will indicate that certain errors have been committed. You can understand, right? Putha, let me show you another thing. Right, last week, if you can remember, we prepared this particular right trial balance. I told you if the trial balance disagree. Now look at this one. The total of the debit side is 280,000. Total of the credit side is 310,000. Debit is not equal to the credit. Now what you can understand with it? Okay, make a hadaddi මොකක් හරි වැරද්දක් වෙලා තියෙනවා. Because I told you, according to the double entry system, every transaction has a debit and a corresponding credit entry. හරිද? හැම එකටම තියෙනවා පුතා debit and credit entry එක. Therefore, if you debit an account, the same value should be credited to another account. එහෙනම් පුතා, at the end of the period, the total of the debit should be equal to the total of the credits. That is a must. But here it has not been, right? It has not been achieved. Look at this. The accountant will then proceed to find out the errors, and ultimately errors will be located. Now, he has to check why the trial balance disagree. Why is it disagree? What are the reasons? Right? What are the errors that we have committed? Right? Such errors are called errors disclosed by the trial balance or errors which affect the agreement of the trial balance. Until such errors rectified, the trial balance will, right, not agree. අන්න පුතේ errors මම කීපයක් වඩ දීලා තියෙනවා. මේවා මහලුකොට පාඩම් කරන්න බෑ. නිකන් මතක තියාගන්න. ඊට පස්සේ බලන්න මේවා rectify කරගන්න කොහොමද කියලා. First one, posting to the wrong side. මම examples උත් එක්කම කියලා දෙන්න. Second is error of incomplete commission or posting of wrong amount in a single account. Third one, error of incomplete omission. ඒ කියන්නේ posting of one side of an entry, but we don't record the other entry. For instance, let's say debit entry is there in the ledger, but not the credit entry. Incomplete omission. The previous one is we have recorded both the values, but one value is correct, the other is incorrect. See? The next is double posting in a single account. Double posting in a single account. And the next is errors of totaling and balancing. Sometimes you can make errors while it is balanced. And the last is errors in the trial balance. Right? Good. Now look at this one. The next topic. Highlight right? Our next topic is suspense account. Suspense. Right? Putha, I told you previously that the trial balance which have been prepared by the business must always tally, always agree. Right? It means the sum of the debit column and the sum of the credit column should agree. I told you this because every single transaction has a debit and a corresponding credit entry, right? But if the totals do not agree, the difference amount is written in a new account. value account Last week I explained this. I explained this last week. Now the trial balance disagree. I have to open that account. What is it? Suspense account. I have to get the difference and I record it in here. The difference of the suspense account is 30,000. The difference. Then it says opening of a suspense account is a temporary arrangement. Make a temporary arrangement. As soon as the errors that has led to suspense account is rectified, this account will disappear. You will realize this when we get to the activities. One point needs to be noted that a suspense account is a result of one-sided errors. Errors disclosed by the trial. Okay, now let's get back to the presentation. Presentation give me a minute. Right. Okay, right. I'm explaining all these things one after the other. First example, first category of error is posting to the wrong side. Okay, look at the description. Meaning is this. Right? You have to note this down, but listen to me first. If instead of posting an amount on the debit side of an account is posted on the credit side or vice versa, the trial balance will not tally. Let me tell you, when you record a transaction correctly, the transaction has a debit and a corresponding credit. Let's say, for instance, the debit entry is correctly recorded. The other entry should be credited. What if the other entry is also debited? Posting to the wrong side. Posting to the wrong side. Okay, note this down. Okay, good. And look at this example. An allowed discount of to debtors valued 18,000 has recorded in the debit side of debtors account. An allowed discount of debtors valued 18,000 as recorded in the debit side of the debtors account. Let me take you to the right, that example sheet. Now look at this. Look at this example. Okay, Puta. Now normally when we received or when we allow a discount, right? We have to use the following accounts. Before that, let's read the adjustment again. An allowed discount of to debtors with 18,000 as recorded in the debit side of the debtors account. Right? Look at this. Now, these are the two accounts we need. First one is discounts allowed. The second is debtors. Right? Which one? Which page? The previous page can look at the. What was it? Additions, what do you want? The meaning. You want the slide. Debtors. These are the two accounts we need. Okay. Now what we have done, the discounts allowed is correctly recorded here. So I think you know that normally the debtors account should be credited. Normally, the debtors account should be credited to complete the double entry system. Now, what we have done, make a debit karla thing. Right? This account is right. My debtors account is also debited. Do you see? Posting to the wrong side. Posting to the wrong side. But try to understand, we have no mistake in the discount allowed account. May account take a hurry. Make a green. Make a hurry. But this entry, this account is incorrect. May I this is red. Right? This is red. Now think and tell me, out of these two accounts, which account needs a rectification? Is it the discounts allowed, the debtors, or both? What do you suggest? Do we need to rectify all the errors or both these errors, both these accounts? Duniti, who else in the class? Oshani, then Haribal is a prashtak manghane. May accounts again putata hadan kiwot, rectify karana kiwot, puta mokat the rectify karan account. Duniti says both. Anything else? Anyone else? Any other different answers? Jevin, Resen, then kalpana me මං කියවනේ පුතා. අපේ රටේ ගොඩක් ළමයි හිතන්නේ හරිද හිතන්නේ නැහැ. කටපාඩම් කරනවා විතර. හරිද? මම කැමැතිම නැති වැඩක් ඕක. හරිද? හැබැයි අපරාධ කියන්න බෑ. හරිද? ඕකටත් තියෙන්නේ ඕකමයි. නේද පුතා? I'm criticizing the system as a teacher. I don't like to see this happening. මම මේ උගන්වන subject එක උනත් පුතා, if you can memorize, that is how it is taught. If you can memorize, you can get science, maths, everything. Right? The maths is right a bit right. You know, right? But other subjects, if you can memorize, you are going to be a winner. You're going to be a winner. But I don't think that it will happen right to the future of a kid. Now, this is how you record the discounts. Discounts allowed debit, debtors credit. Now, the discount allowed is correctly debited, but debtors account is also being debited instead of crediting it. My question was, out of these two accounts, which account needs a rectification? Dishans, your answer is correct. Very good. Duniti, why do you say that the discounts allowed is also should be debited? Not required. Make a hurry. When you have allowed a discount, the discounts allowed is debited. Why? Discounts allowed is an expense. Expense increases debit. Hurry. Another mock up the rectify only the debtors account. Only the debtors account. Right? Now think and tell me, right, to rectify this account, this error, what we have to do in the debtors account. Think. Now, I'm explaining the error posting to the wrong side. Then kalpana karan. Me error එක හදන්න නම් මම debtors account එකේ මොකද්ද කරන්නේ? Now this is creative thinking. Yeah, by how much distance? By how much? මම පොඩි දවවක් කරන්න. Yes, Herschel, that has to be credited. How much? How much to be credited? What is the value that you are suggesting to credit? Herschel says 18,000. Hari, අපි දැන් බලමු. අන්න හරි decisions, very good decisions. බොහොම හොඳයි. දැන් අහගන්න. Right? Herschel, if I record, now you are telling me to credit 18,000. 18,000. On namang 18,000 then I'm going to change the color. Right? I have put 18,000. Now think what happens. When I have put 18,000 here, 18,000 here, minute. For this 18,000, now this error has been rectified. ඒක හරි. හරිද? මේකට මේක දී. Is it enough? Partial කියන බලන්න. Now where is the 18,000 for this 18,000? Where's the credit entry? So while we cancel this error, we have to locate the same amount, right? Same amount in the for the credit entry also. මට ඒකත් දාන්න. හරිද? දැන් උන් rectify වෙලා නේද බලන්න. This is for posting to the wrong side only. ඒකට විතරයි. Right? 18,000. ඒතර මෙයාව cancel වෙන්නත් ඕන මේකට credit වෙන්නත් ඕන. Therefore, what should I do? Debtors account is required to be credited by 36,000. Now, listen to me. දැන් ඔක්කොම වලට දාගන්න. හරි. Then debtors account එක 36,000 credit වෙනවා. But sir said that every transaction should have a debit and a credit entry. So for this rectification also, we must have a debit entry. We are to debit this. Can we debit the discounts allowed? Can we debit the discounts allowed? No. Sir just said that the discount allowed account is correct. I just said you that. If you can't debit the discounts allowed, we are to debit it now. This is where we need that temporary arrangement called the suspense account. Suspense account. Remember, this account has no category. It is not an asset, liability, equity, income, or expense. It is just a temporary arrangement, right? Temporary arrangement. Suspense account, right? Therefore, to complete the double entry system for this particular rectification, I have to debit the suspense account by 36,000. Therefore, rectification entry for this error is suspense account debit 36, debtors account credit 36. තේරුණාද? පුතේ? බලන්න හරිද කියලා. Okay, let's move to the presentation now. Right, look at this. හොඳ කල්පනාවෙන් බලන්න. හැමෝටම තේරෙයි. The example is the error is an allowed discount of to debtors value 18,000 as recorded in the debit side of the debtors account. So this is how it is rectified. Suspense account debit 36. Then මේක ලියාගන්න. Debtors account credit 36. ලියාගන්න බලන්න වරද්දන්නේ. Have you finished? Good. Now do you understand? Now this is a special characteristic of posting to the wrong side. You have to double the figure. Most of the time you have to double the figure, not all the time. Huh? Most of the time you have to read and understand. Okay, good. Let's move to the second error. Error of incomplete commission. Yes, write down its description. Meaning the situation where one entry is made with an incorrect amount. Both the entries are there, but one entry is with an incorrect amount. Meaning, better to use the red pen. Use the red pen. Use the red pen. Okay, good. Let's move to the example. Maybe an example. Rent paid value 23,000 has recorded as 32,000 in the rent account. Look example. Write down the example as well. Rent paid value 23,000 is recorded as 32,000 in the rent account. Okay. Now let me explain the situation we have to face in here. Now what is it? We have paid rent. To record it, we need the rent account and the cash account. Okay. The payment of the rent is 23,000. It says, it doesn't say anything regarding the cash. So we have to assume, okay, cash account is correctly recorded, correctly credited. But in the rent account, how much we have debited? Not 23, but 32,000. Now the same question. Then the situation ke teruman man kiwane katapadanna karanne epa petiyo waradima. What a paradil. Try to learn this by right. Try to study this. Out of these two accounts, which account is correct? But have uttara den Oshani. Then what lazy prashnak mangan Hershel Pavani. May accounts dekin puta hari account එක මොකක්ද මට කියන්න. Present, right? Sanuka. Sujani මට කියන්න දෙන්න. මේකෙන් මොකක්ද hari account එක? Which one is correct? Is it the rent or the cash? Which one is correct? Yes, Pavani. Cash account is correct. Green color. This is correct. But rent account is incorrect. අපි කතා කරන මේ වැරද්දෙදි පුතා එක account එකක් හරි අනිත් එක වැරදි. Right. Now tell me, what do you suggest to rectify the rent account? දැන් කල්පනා කරන්න. You have to leave 23,000 here. Then definitely the rent account should be credited. Definitely the rent account should be credited. Right? How much we have to credit? Alam. How much we have to credit? If I credit 9,000 to the rent account, right? Make it 23,000. If I credit 9,000 to the rent account, do you understand? The balance of 23,000 is available in the rent account. So to rectify this error, the rent account is credited by 9,000. Now, then sir කිව්වා හැම එකටම debit credit දෙකක් තියෙනවා. එහෙනම් මේ credit විතරක් තියෙන්න බෑ. We can't leave this entry only with the credit entry. There we need that temporary arrangement, suspense. Suspense account, debit 9,000. Debit, suspense debit, rent credit. දැක්කද පැටියෝ? ලස්සන ගානක් පුතේ. Practical ප්‍රශ්නයක් මේක. Let's move to the entry. This is rectification. මේ බලන්න. Suspense account debit 9,000, rent paid account credit. Don't forget the narration. Don't forget to write the narration. Hurry up. Start it now. දෙමම ලියා ගන්න. හරිද? Right. අපි වෙලාව දැන් රිකෝඩ් එක බලන්න පුළුවන් ඒක මට නැත්තම් අපිට දිවල කරගන්න වෙන්නේ නැහැ. හොඳද? I'm taking to the next error. That is error of incomplete omission. First, look at the description of it. Meaning, in here, it is omitted to record one entry of a transaction completely. So write this down. Omission of posting one side or one entry of a transaction. Again, debit entry is there, but not the credit entry. Or credit entry is there, but there is no debit entry. Incomplete omission. Okay. Let's discuss an example here. Commissions paid value 20,000 as not recorded in the commissions account. Commissions paid value 20,000 has not recorded in the commissions account. Write down the example also. Example එකත් ලියා ගන්න. හරිද පුතා? Okay. Good. Let's move to the situation. What is the error? Commissions paid 20,000 as not recorded in the commissions account. First, identify the required two accounts to record the commissions paid. We need commissions account, commissions, and cash. Cash. We, as the business has paid, right, 20,000 for commission. It is correctly credited to the cash account. But the commissions account has not been recorded, debited. The simple question now, මේ accounts දෙකේ මොකක්ද හරි? මොන account එකද හරි? මෙයා හරි. එහෙනම් මම එයාව දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ විභාගෙ දියුක් කරන්න හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ හොඳද? මම එයාව green color කරනවා. Because it is correct. But we have a mistake in the commissions account. Do you understand what I'm saying? The commissions account is incorrect. What we should do now? Then kalpana කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ. අපේ අලුත් පුතා රිල්වාන්, can you tell me පුතා? What we have to do in the commissions accounts? මට පොඩි උත්තරයක් දෙන්න බලන්න හැමෝම. ඔයා දැන් මේ කල්පනා කරන්න පුතා. දැන් අහගන්න. Right? So I didn't receive a right an answer yet. Okay? What we should do? What we should do? හරියට හරි පවනි. නියමයි. ප්ලස් එක මෙහෙම කියන්නේ පවනි කවදාවත් කියන්න එපා ප්ලස් කියලා හොඳ. දැන් accounts වලදී ප්ලස් මයිනස් කරන්නේ නෑනේ. ඩෙබිට් ක්‍රෙඩිට්. දැක්කද ඔයගොල්ලෝ දෙන උත්තරවල වැරදි. හරිද? පවනි you can't ever say plus 20,000 to the debit side. No. ඒක වැරදි. It's a wrong, completely wrong. You have to say, sir, commissions account is debited. You don't put plus or minus signs in the accounts. Okay, so what we should do, debit the commissions 20,000. අවනි තේරුණා නේද? මම හිතන හැමෝම attentively අහගෙන නැති කියලා මම කිව්වනේ. Right, this is an online class. This class is depending on the trust with each other. Right, then what we should do, sir කියපුදී හැම වෙලේම උඩ ගන්න. Sir said, I say that every transaction should have a debit and a corresponding credit entry. So we need the temporary arrangement here. We can't credit the cash account again because it is correctly credited. What we should do now? Credit the suspense account 20,000. Now we have the rectification entry. And what is it? Commissions debit 20, suspense credit 20. Terma. Lazy neda puta. Right. Let's move to the presentation again and write this down. Rectification entry. Commissions paid debit 20,000, suspense credit 20,000. Don't forget to write the narration. මේ පේනව නේද පුතා? මම වැඩිට මහන්සි වෙලා තියෙනවා. මේ බලන්නකෝ. presentations හදලා. මේ tables හදලා. මේ ඔක්කොම මම type කරන්නේ. මම හැම වෙලෙම කියනවා. right? මම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට හොඳ product එකක් දෙන්න ඕන හින්දා මම මහන්සි වෙනවා ගෙදර. හරිද? ඉතින් මට ඒකට ඕගොල්ලෝගේ commitment එක එකතු කරලා දෙන්න. That is what I need. That is what I am expecting from the students. Right? Right, give your maximum and see. කිසිම දෙයක් අඩුවෙන් කරන්න උත්සාහ කරන්න එපා. උපරිම කරන්න හැම එකම. හැම එකම උපරිම level එකට කරන්න try කරන්න. තේරෙනවද? හරි. හරියට. තගලියග. Okay, good. Okay, Harsha, very good. Let's move to the fourth error now. Fourth error. Fourth one is double posting in a single account. Let's see the meaning. බොහොම simple meaning එක දෙන්න. When one entry is recorded twice in an account in the same site. මේක error of duplication නෙමෙයි. Duplication කියේ මොකක්ද? A transaction is completely recorded twice in the ledger. But here, double posting in a single account. Double posting in a single account. Right? So what is it? When the entry is recorded twice in an account in the same site. Okay? We are going to write the meaning first. Write out the meaning. Okay. Example. A cash drawing valued 15,000 has been recorded twice in the cash account. Write down the example. Other activities keep taking me very කරනවා. උමනාවෙන් අහගෙන මම ලස්සනට කියලා. I think you are ready with the second tutorial as well. Okay. A cash drawing valued 15,000 has been recorded twice in the cash account. Okay. Let's move to this one. Once again, read the transaction. I mean the example. A cash drawing 15,000 has recorded twice in the cash account. Let's move to the worksheet and see. To record the drawings, we need the following accounts: drawings and cash. To record the cash drawings, we need both the drawings account and the cash account. Drawings account is correctly debited once. It was correctly credited once to the cash account, but erroneously the cash account is credited twice. Which is the green account? මොකද්ද green color account එක වෙන්නේ? Can someone tell? දැක්ක ගම පුළුවන් නේ කියන්නේ. නේද? Which account is correct? මෙයා හරිනේ පුතා. Yes, yes. Right? Drawings is correct. Drawings account එක හරි. So we have a mistake in the cash account now. දැන් කල්පනා කරන්න පැටියෝ. දැන් ලේසි වෙන්න ඕන. What do you do to rectify the cash account now? What do you do? ජෙවි කියන්න බලන්න පැටියෝ. හැමෝම උත්තර හැමෝම පොඩි contribution එකක් දෙන්න පාඩමට. ඒක තමයි ඉගෙන ගන්නවයි කියන්නේ. නැත්තම් මං කිව්වේ මේක පාඩම් කරන්න එපා. මේක ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕන subject එක. Don't study this, but you have to learn the subject. Okay? Learn it with your own experiences. What we should do? Debit the cash account 15,000. Cash debit 15,000. And to complete the double entry system, I have to use that same temporary arrangement. Suspense is required to be credited by 15,000. පැහැදිලිද? Cash debit 15, suspense credit 15. බලන්න හරිද කියලා? Right. ලේසි නේද පැටි? ඔන්න ඔකයි මම කිව්වේ. උවමනාවෙන් ඉගෙන ගන්න. මම හොඳට උගන්වන්නම්. බය වෙන්න එපා. හරිද? ඔයාගේ දෙන්න ඕනේ දේ දෙන්න. Here we have the rectification entry. Cash debit 15, suspense credit 15. Don't forget to write the narration. ඔක අනිවාර්යෙන්ම ඕන. Whenever you write something in the general ledger, general journal, the narration is compulsory. Don't fail to do that. Okay, good. Hurry up. Okay, Herschel, let's appear at තව පොඩි වෙලාවක් දෙන්න. Okay, පුතා. තේරුණා නේද වැඩි? හරි. Let's move to the next error. That is errors of totaling and balancing. මේක නා කියන්න දෙයක් නෑනේ. මේ බලන්නකෝ description එක. When the additions and the balances of accounts are not correct. Additions and the balances of accounts are not correct. It is called as errors of totaling and balancing. Right. Let's move to an example. It is when the addition of the sales account has been understated by, right, let's say the addition of the sales account is understated by 10,000. ලියාගන්නක example එක. දැන් මේකට මුකුත් කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. Sales in the credit side. Now the credit side addition is understated by 10,000. What we should do? Sales should be credited further by 10,000. And we are debiting. Suspense account. When did the rectification? Suspense debit 10,000, sales credit 10,000. Tagaliaga. Tagaliaga. Okay. Now we are moving to the last category of error. That is still writing. Okay, take your time, take your time. Still writing? Hurry up. Right. Let's move to the last error. Oh, that is errors in the trial balance. Errors in trial balance. පුතේ මෙන්න මෙහෙම ලියා ගන්න මෙතන මම මේක ප්‍රසන්ටේෂන් හැදුවේ නැත්නම් මෙන්න මේ හේතුව හින්දා. හරිද? Now look at this. මේක මට පොඩ්ඩක් මෙහෙම explain කරන්න ඕන. Look at this, huh? Right, meaning write this down. In this error, in this type of an error, sorry, it is important to remember that the mistake is not in a ledger account, but ledger account, but in the trial balance. Trial balance. Therefore, we cannot rectify any of the ledger account. දැන් නම් බුදු කතාවක් කියනවා. මේ error එක කොහෙද වෙලා තියෙනවා කියන්නේ? Error has been committed not in a ledger account. Therefore, you can't rectify a ledger account. The mistake is in the trial balance. First, write this down. Okay, let's write down an example. Example the balance of the electricity account has not been recorded in the trial balance. Electricity account value rupees 8,000 has not been recorded in the trial balance. This is the error. The balance of the electricity account valued 8,000 has not been recorded in the trial balance. හරිද? හරිද පුතේ? දැන් කල්පනා කරන්නකෝ. Can we rectify the electricity account? නෑනේ. Electricity account එකත් හරි. Cash උත් හරි. දැන් මොකද්ද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ? We have not recorded the balance of the electricity account in the trial balance. So if the error, now listen to me, if you have made an error in the trial balance, you cannot rectify a ledger account. But due to this, the suspense account is disagree. Sorry, the trial balance is disagree. Let me prove it. Let me take you to the give me a minute. Method hari poda balagana. Hari. Let's say admin value එකක් දාගමු. This is අපි දුන්නේ electricity කියලා නේද දුන්නේ trial balance එක. What was the mistake පුතා මට මතක නැහැ. What was the mistake? මම දුන්නේ mistake එක මොකද්ද? Can someone tell me? Yeah, electricity 8,000 has not. Yeah. Let's say this is electricity 8,000. මෙතන අපි දාමුකෝ දැනට මම කොහොම පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්න මම මේක අයින් කරනවා. Right? Let's say this is cash, let's say 29,000. Now the trial balance agrees. But if I have not recorded the electricity account, not a trial balance agreed. Now this is not the error. Error is this: I have not recorded the electricity account in the trial balance. See. Now once again the trial balance disagree, but I can't find what is it. Then what should I do? I have to open the